Hello, hello, beautiful beings of light. I'm not feeling like beautiful beings of light today. Today is a day where I wish I just went back to bed again. Let's see, what is today's date? Today is, I think it's April 24th, 2023. And I went to the swimming pool today with my lovely crystal. And I broke my crystal. I broke my Lemurian crystal. My seed crystal. It used to be like this. Now it's like this. Oh, and I shattered like a little corner over here as well. There was a little shattered area. Basically, my Lemurian crystal is now only half, and I'm thinking, will I glue it back together? And no, you can't do that because then you change the energy of the crystal, and it had a crack in it. See, you can see the crack. It already started having a crack in it, and then when I dropped a crystal, it went boom, boom, off it went, and broken crystal. So I should have kind of known that it was going to happen because I had a oh no moment okay, so let me just start off by like how the day started. So the day started with, I don't know, I've been kind of in a funk the last like few days, and I've been kind of like really not getting anything done. And I was like contemplating I might do a video today around how to get yourself like back on track and everything like that. And so I decided that the first thing I would do was I would go for a swim and just kind of get myself back to normal, because our car broke down last week. The starter went on the car and we couldn't get another starter for the car. And then we were like going around to all these like places trying to find, like a used starter to put into the car, and it was going to have to go off for refurbishment and everything. And so I hadn't been able to like have the ability to get myself in and out of like town or going anywhere. And I've been kind of like stuck with my husband, which I love him to death, but like after a few days with him, you need to have your time. I'm a person that needs to have my time away so I can start thinking and start just being with myself and getting into my own vibration. So I said this morning, my sister-in-law was coming to collect my son because he has broken his leg again, and so he can't go on the bus because of the crutches. He can't, with the heavy bag that the kids have to wear, he can't like get himself up the steps and into the bus, and like there's no room for all the stuff that he needs to take with him. And so my sister-in-law was taking my son to school this morning. And so I decided I'm going to take advantage of the fact that she's going to take him to school, and I'm going to go into town and I'm going to go for my swim. And I had all my cards that I had pulled, but I hadn't like done my journaling yet. But I had kind of gazed over my cards, and one of the cards here that I got was called Fairy Magic, right? Now, when you pull one of these cards, this Fairy Magic card, it says, I want to read out what it says. I don't think I have it with me. I'm going to have to push pause. I'm going to go get what it says because this is funny. Okay, so I got the book. I'm out of breath now. Fairy Magic. So I didn't really get to look at any of this stuff before this happened. Okay, so it says, listen to this. Fairy magic comes when we are feeling a bit run down and tired, or if we are taking life too seriously. Okay, which I'm going to tell you a story that happened when I got to the swimming pool. Yes, I take life too seriously. Fairy magic comes to brighten the day and to put some spring back into your step. Fairies love to play, dance, and sing, and they enjoy being in the company of their friends and love social gatherings. Life is meant to be lived and enjoyed. Too much of the heavy stuff weighs our energy down. Have you been working too much? Maybe you've been feeling fatigued or lacking a zest for living, which I was feeling that way. Are you feeling the weight of responsibilities and obligations, which I'm going to tell you a story about in a second? You could even be too focused on your spiritual or personal growth work, which I'm not really, so that's not part of it. This card will also come if you have been hard on yourself or trying too hard to accomplish a task. It's time to lighten up, to be lifted up, and enjoy life a little. Get out and play. Turn the radio up and sing your heart out. Dance as though you were a teenager again. Roll in the grass, buy yourself some flowers, get dressed up and have a night out with your friends. Just whatever it is that will help you reawaken the playful nature sleeping within you, which was the reason why I was like kind of going for my swim. This is all about restoring the youthful, vibrant energy within. And the elements are here to assist you in grounding your energy back to earth and to reconnect with nature and the animal kingdom. They will help you rediscover your vitality. You will start to feel better and more like your old self again. You just may find this card will help reinvigorate your intuitive channels and connection with the divine beings and spirits who are to assist you. But I think I remember something in here that they will play mischief. Fairy magic will get you when you're kind of feeling that way. Well, anyways, so okay, so go back to, and then I got this card here, and this guy, this is a fairy card, and this guy is like, oh no, he's like, oh no, like there's nothing you can do about it, right? And that's like my crystal breaking. Oh no, it's done. My crystal's broken. There's nothing I can do to bring it back together. And so let me tell you like about what was going on this morning. So I get to the swimming pool and I'm all like excited and happy about going into the pool. Okay, so my dog was starting to scrape my couch. I could hear him scraping the couch and I thought, oh God, we're going to have like a ruined couch now after all this. Like, okay. So I go into the pool and I'm already kind of feeling a little bit not right. I'm already feeling a little bit down because I'm worried about this car and like what we're going to do, like if we can't find the part for this car. Like how are we going to fix it? We need to be able to start the car and it's the starter for the car. So I'm just kind of like, what are we going to do? It might have had to go off for like refurbishment or whatever. And so I'm like freaking out about this and going, how am I going to live without a car? Because it's like ridiculous having to like, we live in the countryside. So like in order to go anywhere, it's like downhill, but going into town, but it's uphill all the way back. And so like you need to like borrow cars or have people take you around. And I hate that. I hate having to wait for people to collect you and put you where you need to go. It's just like a feeling of like your whole independence is taken away when you're not able to get around by yourself and you have to rely on other people and borrowing cars and all kinds of stuff, trying to like get where you need to go and all that on a day-to-day basis. And so I was frustrated enough with this and I was thinking, God, how long do we have to go like this? Because like cars have like doubled in price. And so if we were to buy a car, it's going to be kind of like buying a car about what we exactly have. And it's just like, it's ridiculous. My dog is tearing the house apart. I don't know if you hear him in the background, but he's like doing all kinds of things. And I have to keep stopping because I'm afraid that he is going to do something he shouldn't be doing. Hold on. Oh, thank God he's only just moving his little toy box around, but it's like making all kinds of noise. And with the day I've had, oh my God. Okay, so I was kind of like that and I was trying to like get myself kind of back to normal. Because when I go to the pool, usually the pool is there for me to help me um, kind of be able to, it's my pain relief, but it's also like my coping mechanism. So whenever I go there, I'm able to cope afterwards. So like when the world is falling down around me, I'm able to cope and deal with things. And so I swam like 2 or 3 laps, and then one of the ladies in there was like, "Did you see that they're raising their prices?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I saw something there on the wall." And she was then proceeded to tell me that it was going to cost 100 more euros per year to have a membership there. And I thought, oh my God, everything. Like, I lost it. I lost it at that stage. I was like, everything this year has gone up in price. Every time you go to the grocery store, you're spending more money and you're getting less. And it's getting ridiculous. And the price of everything, like to buy a new car is like doubled. Everything has like the cost of living has gone through the roof. And we have had to like, I just like everybody else, we've had to, stop. We've had to like really pull back on things, and like not even be able to go out to eat, and different things. Like there's things that we have stopped doing because of the cost of living has gone up. Like I haven't used my dryer in over a year. I hang all the clothes out on the washing line, which is good for the clothes, like, but sometimes, if you don't keep up with the laundry, it can be kind of hard to like not use your dryer. And so like we've been doing all these things, and I was thinking, God, like we're not cutting anywhere. Like the electric bill keeps going up, even though we're using less electricity. And in my head, I'm going, I can't do one more thing. When my membership is up in December, I'm done. You know what I mean? I can't go in here anymore. Like I can't afford this, like the amount of money that they're coming. So it was freaking me out. And I had this big, huge, like panic attack in the swimming pool while I'm doing aqua aerobics. I'm just kind of like bawling, crying, and going, I can't believe I'm never going to be able to come here anymore. And like I'm getting like really, really, really upset. Um, and I was trying to breathe, and like the tears were flowing, and I was just trying to just breathe through it, and just kind of there's feelings of like, God, are we ever going to be able to like get ahead? You know what I mean? Like, why is this happening? Like, no, like, I just don't, I just like me, myself, I was starting to feel like, God, like I try to be positive. I try to like do everything the way they say and not say the words that are like going to ruin the manifestation and all this stuff. Try to be mindful of like what I say and my thoughts and all this kind of stuff. But this is just the last straw to not be able to go for my swim. And so I bawled and cried throughout all that. And at the same time, when I go swimming, I put my my crystal. I brought it specifically today because I needed to get uplifting. I needed some light and some crystalline light. And so I put it inside my bathing suit. Where I always do this, right? I always put it in my bathing suit. And so I didn't think more of it. And then I just was like so upset. And so I got done with the aqua aerobics and I went up to the steam room and I tried to kind of like calm myself down. And then I'm sitting there talking to another lady about it. And she's like, you just got to think positive or whatever. And then she says to me, she goes, we just have to save enough. This just really got me. I was like, what the heck? We have to save enough money to make sure that we can pay for our funerals. I'm like, what? She's like, you gotta put 10 euros away for your funerals because the funeral is going to be more expensive and you want to be able to, it's just kind of like, what? And she was like, I was kind of like trying not to laugh, but I was kind of like, what? I said, when you get to actually, when you get to, when you get to the, when you get to the time when you die, it's not going to matter how much it costs because you're going to be dead anyway. So, like, what does it matter how much it costs? And she's like, yes, but I don't want to leave that to my children and everything. And then I was thinking, oh God, I wonder how much it costs. Then I'm starting to think about how much does it cost to die, And then I was just kind of thinking about that when she left the room, and I was just kind of like, I am not feeling energized. I'm now worried about the cost of my funeral, which I wasn't worried about before I walked into the room. And I mean, this is just the way the day has gone. It keeps going and going. And so then when I got to the sauna, thank God there was a lady in there who she uplifted me a little bit, and we were talking about the cost of the membership going up and all that. But then she told me that she just became a hypnotist. And I was like, oh my God, I did the same thing, and then we were talking about what we were doing and how we were working with it and stuff like that. And then she's writing a book and I'm writing a book. And so then we started talking about all that stuff. And so my energy kind of shifted a little bit. And I'm still feeling like not right. But then I'm wondering, why is my husband not here by now? Because what the plan was he was going to, when his other sister, he's got lots of sisters, when his other sister came home from work, because she works nights, he was going to take her car and come in, and he was going for his swimming. He uses the whirlpool and the sauna and stuff for his like back pain relief. And so like I was like, why isn't he here yet? It's been like 2 hours almost, and he's not even showing up yet. And so I went in and I had like all this like pent up energy or whatever. And I went into find out where he was, and then I found out that my sister-in-law was coming to collect me. And I was still like in my bathing suit, and I just gotten out of the sauna. I was still hot. I wasn't even cooled down yet. And then she had told me that she found the car part that we needed in near where she was working, and she brought it home. And so the reason why my husband didn't show up was because he took the other part the car part up to the guy, the mechanic. And now that guy could get our car fixed. And so anyways, to make a long story short, I was like kind of like happy. So I'm in the room, I'm thinking, oh good, we've got a car part now, so now the car is going to be okay. I had talked to the lady after I got out of the sauna, the manager of the pool, and she was saying that there was going to be a big sale on in December when my membership is up, and so it shouldn't be too bad. It would be like about 50 euros more instead of like 100 euros more. So I was like, okay, that's good. We can deal with that. Everything's fine. I can still swim. And I was feeling like everything's going to be okay. And so my sister-in-law said she's coming to collect me. I'm like, okay, I got to hurry up and I've got to get changed. So what do? I just whip my bathing suit down. Forget that the crystal's in my bathing suit, and out it goes and cracks. And it just breaks all over the floor. And I was like, oh my God. And so I was in there with the ladies in the changing room, and they were kind of laughing at me, and they don't know what my crystal means to me because they're not watching my show. They don't realize that this is the Lemurian seed crystal that I got from back in the times of Lemuria, that like I encoded for myself and has all the keys and the codes in it. And so since then, I've been trying to figure out, why did this crystal break? I mean, I know it fell off the floor or whatever, but I did look up one site, and it said like if you have a lot of negative energy, the crystal will absorb the energy and it will break due to the stress and the energy. And I did have a lot of pent up energy, and that could have been like one of the reasons why it broke. And then the other reason is maybe I don't need this part of the crystal anymore. Maybe I just need this part of the crystal. Maybe this part, because like this part is like the cloudy part, and I never really saw anything inside of it anyways. It was always like just kind of at the end. So it was like, see, it was sitting here at the end of the crystal, and it was just kind of going up that way. And so now I got it going this direction instead. And that maybe, because like still kind of cloudy there. And so I don't know. Like I thought about like gluing it back together, and then I don't think it would be good energy for the crystal. There's got to be a reason why this broke. And so then I was like, this dude, this oh no fella, he came out today to remind me that, you know what, because this card, it basically tells you can't do anything about it. So you might as well just be like, who gives a crap? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? And just, it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. So all you can do, like, I think, is laugh. I think that's all you can do when it gets to that point, is to laugh. And everything's gonna be okay, you know, like it's not the end of the world. And my crystal still has like all the stuff in it, like it still has my pyramid inside of it, and it still has the parts that I use for the crystal gazing. And it has a little bit of a crack there, but like it's still working for me, and it's still going to be like my favorite crystal. It is a little bit sharp. I don't know what I'm gonna might have to do something like to get that so it's not so sharp when I'm holding on to it. But because I don't want to cut myself either. But that's all, like that's just the kind of day I've had. So I thought that it would be nice. I would like to connect. I also brought another crystal with me. This one was my crystal that I brought with me. That's my galactic crystal. And I brought it with me because I was going to do a video while I was out. And, but then I never got around to it. And I wanted to like hold this crystal because this one, the before, had like a galactic fairy inside of it. And I thought it would be fun to like maybe channel the galactic fairy and see if there's anything that the galactic fairy would like to say to us. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to just, like connect and see if we can connect with the galactic fairy. As I'm closing my eyes, I'm seeing a huge amount of light focusing down over the crystal. The crystal's in my hand here, and I'm seeing some light.
Oh, Nakiana, my name is Ayana Diana T. Ayana Tiana. Oh, you would like to connect with me today? Oh, galactic fairies love, 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 love the robin. Oh, laka, 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 laka. Ooh, we love to play with you. We love to play with you. Today we had so much fun with you. Oh, it was so much fun. Oh, you were not very happy with it though. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh, Nakaya Natai. Aya Nataya Nakai. Oh,
I'm asking her if she has a message for us other than just hoo and ha ha ha. She's kind of giving me a look. Like, we like to play with you, but you're taking us too seriously every day. And so what they're telling me and what they're showing me is that the galactic fairies came in today to help me release the seriousness, the pent up energy that was inside of me, and to break this forever. And so when they broke the crystal and took off the piece at the bottom, it gives me a chance to totally and completely start afresh. To start fresh with a new way of looking at things. You humans take things so seriously, so seriously. Life is not meant to be serious all the time. At some point, you're going to break if you keep feeling the pent up energy, if you keep on edge. So the fairies, they love to come in. They love to come in during this time when you have tons of pent up energy, when you're feeling kind of stagnant. You're feeling like not taking action, being lethargic and just giving up and just doing nothing. And they're saying that if you do this, if you allow the energy to stay like that, that something will have to give. And for me today, it was my crystal that took the hit. And it was enough to bring me back to center.
Ooh, akalaka, yanataha, yanatikia.
Ooh, it's not a big deal. She's telling me it's not a big deal. It's just a crystal.
Ooh, laka, nakaya, natai. Ooh, natai.
They're telling me, just take the broken piece to the pool with you. Before that piece holds light, that piece holds the energy that the whole crystal held. And take the smaller crystal with me. It's a lot easier to carry that around in your bathing suit than the big, huge, bulky crystal. And you'll still fill yourself up with light. It's not the end of the world. And this too shall pass. They're sending us off with love. And they want to tell everybody who's listening to this to keep your chin up, to keep your heads held high. And when you get to the point where you can't take it anymore, to just laugh. There's nothing you can do, so you might as well laugh. And this will shift your energy. and bring you back to center. We're sending you off with so much love. And we bid you a good day. So I guess the message is that it wasn't a big deal that my crystal broke. My crystal literally took the energy that I was feeling and it just broke, just to kind of like bring me back to center. And so I'm going to allow that to be okay. I'm not going to try to glue it back together. I'm going to allow it to be the way it is. Take this piece to the swimming pool from now on and leave this one home. And go on with my day. This video really wasn't about anything other than to tell you about the crystal being broken. There wasn't any like special teaching moments, but maybe there was. I don't know. All I know is that I feel a little bit better. I did have a very I had a very strong headache that was starting before I started doing this video, and it seems to have dissipated. So I don't know if maybe the best thing was to just get this off my chest and just share with you like what happened today. So everything's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world. And we're going to just keep on keeping on because that's what we do. Sending you off with so much love. And I'll come back with a much more interesting video coming up very soon.